Going over the practice tests for Chapter 2, starting with number 1, we need to graph the functions that are already in vertex form. So the first thing we want to do is find the vertex and the a value. So for the first one, the vertex is going to be, this is h, and this is k, that's out here where there isn't one. So the vertex will be -3, 0. The a value is the number in front, so the a value is 1. So if I go to -3, 0, draw a point. Since the a value is 1, this is your standard parabola, which you should know by now. Over 1 up 1, over 2 up 4, which is 2 squared, over 3 up 9. This is from the vertex. The axis of symmetry is also x equals -3. So it's just symmetric along that line. And then you would draw in your parabola. For number 2, the vertex is also hk. So in this case, the vertex is -2, 10. This is has an a value of -2, excuse me, and the h is also your axis of symmetry. So that will be x equals -2. So x equals -2 is your axis of symmetry. The vertex is -2, 10. The a value is -2, so it is a reflection. So it's upside down and it's twice as tall. So you're going to go down 2, over 2, down 8 from the -10. And then if you were 3, we're going 1, 2, 3. That's 9 because 3 squared is 9, and then 18. So it does fit on this graph. So you need to put it on a graph if it fits on there. Connect the points. Make sure that it's rounded, not pointed. I know it's not super easy to draw. And that would be the second one. For number 3, there is no h. So the vertex is 0, -5. Well, there is an h, it's 0. So that means your axis of symmetry is x equals 0, which is right here. The a value is 1/3. So at 0, -5 is here. So now you're going to be going 1/3 as high as you normally do. So normally you go 1, so it's 1/3 of 1. Over 2, normally you go 4. 4 divided by 3 is 1 1/3. Next one's 3. 9 divided by 3 is 3. 1, 2, 3. Next one would be 16, because 4 squared is 16. 16 divided by 3 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1/3. And then 6 squared is 36. 36 divided by 3 is 12. So this would be 10, 11, 12. It would be up here. So 1/3, 1 1/3, 3, 5 1/3, and then 12. So this graph looks like this. So those are the 3 graphs that are in vertex form. For number 4, we're going to transform the graph. This is the given graph. And we're going to transform the graph based on what's given. So we have a vertical stretch by a factor of 4. That means we take the original graph, f of x is equal to x squared minus 3. And we're going to multiply the entire thing by 4. So that gives you 4x squared minus 12. The second part is a reflection in the x-axis. So that makes the entire graph negative, which gives you -4x squared plus 12. And that's your entire equation. So we have g of x is equal to -4x squared plus 12. For number 5, we have to describe the transformation. So we have reflection across the x-axis. We also have a vertical stretch of 2. Because of this number, we have a shift 4 units to the left and 7 units up. For number 6, this is in standard form, this equation, because it's all multiplied out. So the first thing you have to do when it's in standard form is to find the x value. So the x value is always negative b over 2a. This is a, this is b, and this is c. A, b, and c are coefficients. They're whole numbers. So the a value is negative 1. The b value is 2. The c value is negative 4. The c value in standard form also represents the y-intercept. So the y-intercept is negative 4. So it does go through negative 4 on the y-axis. So negative b would be negative 2 over 2 times negative 1, which would be negative 2 over negative 2, which is 1. So the vertex is going to be 1. And that's also the axis of symmetry, which is x equals 1. Those numbers, the h value or the x value of your vertex, is also your axis of symmetry. So it's here. That means that you also have another point directly on the other side of that. Since the a value is negative 1, this is an upside down parabola, and I can already tell it's going to go right here. But if you want to find the y value of vertex, you just plug in 1 for the x values. So you get negative 1 squared plus 2 times 1 minus 4. So that's going to be negative 1 plus 2 minus 4, which is 1 minus 4, which is negative 3. So that's the y value of the vertex. Since this parabola is upside down and it has a value of 1 for a, it's just a regular parabola upside down. So over 2 down 1, 2, 3, 4. The next one would be 9 down from 3, which would be a negative 12. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's pretty far down there. So negative 12 from that, negative 15. It doesn't really fit in this graph. The domain is all real numbers. In interval notation, it would be from negative infinity to positive infinity, and that would be a parenthesis, not a bracket. And then the range is y is less than or equal to negative 3. Again, in interval notation, you can say from negative infinity to negative 3. There will be a bracket on the negative 3 because that can be included.